Welcome back to another episode of What the Edit, where we talk about content in all shapes and forms, usually with a friend or a guest. Today, I'm here talking with Justin Shen, aka Shenny Visuals, a Chinese-American editor that tells stories through hyper-sensationalized visuals. We dive into his mind to see what his workflow is like and how he gets more influence and inspiration. He's been working on some big projects, and he's gonna share us what he wants to do in the future. Hope you guys learn a lot from Justin, and now, the edit with Shenny Visuals.
I go by Justin.
Okay.
I think people in creative tend to call me Shenny.
Okay, Shenny.
Yeah.
Why Shenny?
My last name's Shen, and growing up, there was like just a lot of Justins. And I think the easiest way people went about calling me was Shenny.
Okay.
Yeah.
When did you move to New York?
So I moved to New York almost exactly a year ago. So I just hit a year in the city.
Whoa.
Yeah.
For some reason, I feel like you were here longer. Your content is like so filled with like New York content.
I get that a lot, which is like, I guess it's a good thing, because I feel like I do feel very at home in the city.
Yeah.
And I feel like it's like the first time where I felt like creatively I have like a playground that I feel very comfortable to like, you know, like find people to collaborate in and really be myself and like find like a place to where I can expand myself creatively.
Nice. You see yourself here long term?
Honestly, yeah. I feel like the only thing that's lacking here is the nature. That's something like I feel like I like to go on retreats once in a while, but I feel like city-wise, like New York is the perfect place for me to grow creatively. And I feel like the best thing about the city is that like it really challenges me. One of the big reasons why I came here was because like I wanted to collaborate with more people and like really go out of my shell and challenge myself as more of a director instead of just like an editor. So
And that's where you started as like in the digital space with editing and camera work, and now you're mainly directing.
I've always had an interest in video editing. Like growing up, I ran a YouTube channel. I ran a Minecraft YouTube channel.
Yeah, I saw that.
Yeah.
That was your first. At least I'm sure you made more before that. That one seemed to go viral, and you left it.
Yeah. I thought it was so. I grew up making a YouTube channel centered around like Minecraft Let's Plays, and then that's where I learned how to video edit. Wow. I used to use like Screencast-O-Matic and OBX to like record my games. I would make like PvP montages of me playing Minecraft and upload them to YouTube.
That means you were like, I don't know, like 12, 13, maybe 14.
I was 14.
Okay.
I was 14, 15. So this video came out when I was
this one
15/14. Yeah.
Dude, the song is crazy.
I know.
But this is good. This is good for a like 14-year-old to make like this like 3D animation. And not like you fully did it on your own, but
yeah.
I didn't even know you could do stuff like this at that age.
Yeah, I guess I took a lot of inspiration from like the OG YouTubers like Captain Sparkles and like those guys who made Let's Plays and then like made like Minecraft animations. Those were my like OG inspos. So I was just like, I want to make stuff just like them growing up.
Yeah. Dang.
So that's where that came from.
And that's 380K. That's crazy.
Yeah. You know, I got bullied for this video, but then once I made 500 Days of Chasing My Dreams, everyone came back and said really good things about the video. I'm like,
yeah. I mean, 10 years ago, at that time, it's like, what else are you going to do? You're young, you kind of just do what you're interested in.
Yeah.
One of the comments, this comment is hilarious, I don't know why. God stays in heaven so he can avoid it.
Yeah.
Like, the internet trolls so hard. I can't say it, it's a tongue twister, but your content genre is like sensational. Yeah. Why that route?
Yeah, I feel like I really like making like very hyper visual stuff. It took me a while to really understand it as well. I mean, like the whole concept of stealing like an artist is really how I found my style. I've tried so many different like video editing and like creative like avenues before I feel like I landed on this style. I used to make sports edits during COVID. I ran a basketball editing TikTok during
college.
In college during COVID.
Yeah.
And that was my first big break.
During COVID.
Yeah, and that's how it all started. And then it gradually grew into like photography and sports. I kind of just did everything that like I was really interested in. If you go down on my feed, I used to do grad photos. I used to do like I try to like do like editorial like basketball photos. I shot weddings.
Yeah.
Anything that piqued my interest, I'd say like for the first like 2-3 years, like I was doing sports.
Basically.
But it was mainly
active.
sports.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I think that's how I expressed myself. I was like, these are the things I'm interested in, and like I never felt like a pressure to niche down on like and say like, oh, like you should only do sports or you should only do like portraits.
Yeah.
And I feel like that actually really helped me grow my style. I like knew how to do a lot of different things, and the small little skills I learned from each area. Like, for example, shooting portraits really helped me like learn how to frame people really well, or make sure like when you edit a video, like how important like composition is.
Yeah.
And I think all these little things added up to like make my style today.
I will say, like, I used to be into that genre maybe back in 2014 when like people were doing hyperlapses, right? Like I think that's when people were like, whoa, what is a hyperlapse, right? At that time, it was just like a picture, and constantly going, but people didn't know how to do it. And so when you're able to do it and do it well, it just looks crazy to the human eye. And so like everyone feels very stimulated.
Yeah.
And so I think hyperlapses were just like the first entryway of showing like your type of genre, right? Like that's what picked up. Back in, I guess, that time zone, like 2014, that's when like who was this? Sam Colder like came up, and I think he changed the game for a lot of people and inspired so many people, even like probably for like Elliot or like just any music video director. Who were your like biggest inspirations?
Yeah, I'd say Sam Colder was like a very like OG inspo. I'd say I didn't get into Sam Colder until like 2019, 2020. He made a video to his brother who like recently passed away, and I think that was one of the most like mind-blowing videos I've ever seen, right? Because this guy like told a really incredible story to someone that like really matters to him in a visual manner that just like really spoke to me.
Yeah. The way you shoot it can dramatically change the feeling of how you watch it.
Absolutely. Yeah. I think one of the most common emotions that like I try to express through my work is chaos.
Whoa,
right?
Okay.
Yeah. I feel like I try to like, I feel like when I think of my life, I feel like the one constant thing that's happened is like change, right? Like I moved around a lot growing up, and I feel like I went to business school when I was in college, and 2 years through business school, I really didn't like what I do, what I was doing. So I pivoted very heavily into creative work, and it felt like a big identity shift for me. That's where I learned to like incorporate like movement into my work and shoot in a way that like made sense to me. So
I wanted to watch together with you what video like made you viral in some sense, right? Like sure, it's a buildup of many things, but I think there has to be that always like one video that's probably like the Kickstarter for your career in this. Right? Yeah,
absolutely.
So, is this Elements of Chicago?
Yes.
Okay, let's watch it first. And then we'll go. And I have a lot of questions.
Okay.
I'll ask you,
Cool. Here.
Yeah.
I have it pulled up here actually.
Yeah.
Here it is.
Okay.
It's Elements of Chicago.
Take off the foo-foo, take off the cloud chase, take off the Wi-Fi, take off the money phone, take off the car loan, take off the flex and the white loss, take off the weird ass jewelry, I'ma take it step, then I'm taking off top five, take off the fabricate streams and the microwave memes, it's a real world outside.
Okay, when did you make this?
I made this on July, I believe I finished this on July 5th of 2023.
Okay, not too long ago.
No, yeah.
Wow. And you just happened to be in Chicago, or did you like have intentions of going there?
I was freelancing in Chicago at this time.
Okay.
Yeah, it was my first full year out of college, and I gave myself 1 year out of college to like figure out if I can like freelance full time or not, or else I had to go use my business degree.
Yeah.
And
you were in consulting, right?
I wasn't, so I ended up going into consulting anyway, but during my 1 year, like where I tried to freelance full time, this was literally in the middle of it. This is in July, right? I spent a lot of time like developing my own style, like which is like a very intentional thing I did outside of all the client work I was doing.
Yeah.
And there was this visual like trend going on at the time of like match cutting and hyperlapses, and that was like the one trend that like really spoke to me visually. Yeah. And I learned how to do it. Basically, I was like, this is my shit. Like I want to I wanted to make a piece of what it felt like to live in Chicago at the time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What goes through your brain? So this is the main shot, right? Like this entrance,
Yeah.
subway entrance, right? Like what goes through your brain when you do this? Did you plan this ahead? Did you need 20 more after? Like break it down for me.
Yeah. That's a good question. I feel like that's like the most common question I get, right? Like how do you make your videos? And I have a very like I don't, for my own videos, I rarely shot list. I think it's just like I come in with an idea. I came up with a very general idea actually, usually.
Yeah.
So for this one, I was just like, I really just wanted to capture the elements of my everyday commute in a way that like fits this visual trend. That was literally it. But when I edit, I usually have, like the first timeline I make in every project is like what I call the playground.
Yeah.
So I'll make a timeline where I literally just get to like play around it. Like for a painter, it's like a blank canvas where you can just paint whatever you want.
Wow.
It doesn't have to fit the plot. It's just whatever feels right. I'll put on some music that I feel fits the mood.
Yeah.
And like I just pretend like I'm just like playing on a playground. Like anything visually that looks like stimulating or like I feel like I will like make a note of that.
Yeah.
And then I think about this as a puzzle, right? Like I have all these pieces that I've like, like formed together through this like whether it's through my subconscious or like I consciously wanted to create this. And then it's a matter of like how can I put these pieces like these puzzle pieces together.
This what you just said reminds me of like when I'm a kid, I'm like playing with Legos, but it's jumbled up. You have so many pieces, and you're like, what do I do with it? And you're like, oh, I'll just make something.
Yeah,
like,
that's literally what this video was.
All right. But like, look how many shots there are. Okay, like every frame is different. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. Like, how many does it go? Okay, some you like zoom out and take the same framing, but oh my gosh, that's probably like 30 frames.
Yeah. So I actually I use like a looping technique here. So if you go towards the end of this video, it gets more obvious. So basically, this shot is like I wanted to capture the corners. I found the corners of buildings like in Chicago, especially like downtown, the layers of the corners of building, like had this very like maximalistic feel, right? Yeah. And I wanted to see if like what they would look like if you layer them all together. So you can see this frame and this frame are the same. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Every 6 frames it would loop. So I was just looping 6 frames. Wow. But over time you get this like crazy effect where like right, you get that effect right there.
Yeah. Wow. And like, do you do this all manually now? Did you build a template?
I do this all manually. Yeah. So there's a few techniques to doing it. Like in DaVinci, you can have guides. So I use guides in DaVinci to like line them up all manually, pretty much. Wow. There are ways you can do it automatically, but like when you do it manually, the slight jitter you get from it feels a lot more organic than if you do it like fully automatically. Yeah. I think the big reason why I moved to New York too is also like I need to, and I really want to work with more people, whether it's like talents or bigger crews, because I feel like it's really easy for me to like sit behind a screen and make something like this. I'm frankly like I'm a little bit bored of that. Like if I'm being completely honest, like I know I'm very capable of making like a Elements of Chicago type of video. Yeah. I don't upload very frequently because I feel I'm very intentional with the way I like make videos. Yeah. And I feel like I know that's like the next big challenge for me is like how can I be how can I be more of a director, and how can I like explain my vision of people? Yeah. And that's still something I'm like is a work in progress for me.
And I guess that's the leeway to the next video I wanted to talk about. Your current most proudest work is your YouTube video.
Yeah,
right?
My most recent short film.
Yeah, and it was like about essentially this, right? Like your corporate life going into the visual world. Like, actually, let's just pull it up.
Attending the mandatory kickoff meeting and my new job in corporate America. You might be wondering why and how. In an age where everyone else is trying to quit their job and chase their dreams, why corporate America if I was already doing what I love?
This is already unique, like because the average person would probably just like talk on camera. Yeah. But you've like implemented some like vintage TV. Yeah. Right.
Yeah, so I bought a vintage TV off of eBay for this set. Yeah.
Okay.
And this like intro. Okay, actually, I'm gonna explain the backstory of like how I even like got here in the first place.
Yeah,
Right?
yeah.
Like why am I making this video about like working in corporate?
Yeah.
So my post-grad journey essentially goes, I graduated from college from 2022.
Yeah.
I had a corporate job offer lined up. And then one of my old clients from college hits me up and was like, hey, what if you work at our startup instead of joining corporate? At the time, I was very risk adverse. And I said the only condition I would join you guys is if my corporate job lets me push my job back a whole year.
Okay.
And I will spend this year evaluating whether or not like I want to work with you guys. And yeah, my corporate job actually let me take my whole year off.
Wow.
And that's how I started doing creative work full time.
Yeah.
I lasted 2 months at the startup before they fired me, and that's how I started freelancing full time.
Wow.
Yeah.
You got fired.
I got fired.
Like, okay.
Yeah,
Wow.
I got fired.
Well, did you get severance at least?
I actually did. I got like 2 weeks of severance.
Okay.
But I think the best thing I got from that was just like they gave me permission that I didn't even like ask for at the time to freelance full time. To figure it out,
Yeah.
right? Like I had no choice but to figure it out, and that honestly, sometimes when you have no choice but to figure it out, that's like the best thing that can happen to you.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I spent a year freelancing in 2023,
Yeah.
and then in 2024, I decided to just pick up my job. I was like, fuck it, freelancing is going really well, but
Yeah.
I didn't love freelancing, right? I think a lot of people dream of like freelancing and running your own business, but
Yeah.
that's all I ever knew out of college, and I was really young, and I feel like I was not equipped to handle the amount of like pressure that
Yeah.
like came at me at the time.
But you're technically freelance. You've been freelancing.
Yeah, but I've been freelancing, and basically I worked a year in corporate, and I said that's enough. Like I realized, okay, this is
This works.
this is definitely not for me, right? Like I feel like I jumped in asking whether or not I was like, I don't know if creative life is for me,
Yeah.
and I jumped out realizing it's definitely for me.
Wow.
Yeah.
But okay, so going back to like this, this is like so different in some sense to your main feed.
Yeah.
Right. Like, what made you want to make a 30-minute short film about corporate world to creative world? Right.
So when I first started making videos, it was always about like how can I express or how can I document life and express how I feel. I think that was like the two main like core like things I was trying to like get at, right? Like when I first started making basketball edits, I also bought my first camera. And that was when I started filming everything around me. During COVID, like when me and my friends would go hiking, like I would just film everything like around me, and capturing life was so precious to me because I don't know, something about like capturing a very specific moment and like being able to share it with friends. Like that's what all it really was, right? And then we had something to look back on. I realized like over time, especially as like my work got more commercialized, like that kind of went away, right? I spent most of my creative energy like making stuff for other people, doing it for money, which like I think it is part of the job, right? Like naturally when you make a passion part of your job, like that becomes part of it.
Yeah.
So I wanted to like have an outlet where I can get out of that. And I've always loved telling stories, and I think once, like over the last like 2 years, I've really grown to appreciate film.
Yeah.
Like I was never like a big on watching films growing up.
Like
but
movies and stuff. It's just mainly like.
It was mainly YouTube.
Content.
Yeah, it was mainly YouTube and content. But I feel like the last like year or two really like opened me up to the film world.
Dang.
And I've always wanted to make my own shorts
Yeah.
in a way that also makes sense to me, right? Like I feel like traditionally like people make short films through like having a director and like having a whole screen like a whole screenplay, and I really respect that. I think it's just like at this stage I am frankly not like equipped to like that's not my strength. So I played to my strengths and made like a short film that like plays to my style.
Yeah. This is like not new to you, but this is like your first one kind of like releasing a bigger project, right? Like it must have taken you how long? From the day you like thought of it to the published day.
It was a good 6 months.
6 months.
6 months. Yeah.
Wow, that's why there's there's no gap, but it's like 1 year ago to like here, and then you kind of like dropped a few things, and then wow.
Yeah. So I dropped a video called 500 Days of Chasing My Dreams a year and a half ago now, and that was like the first like really long piece that I did, and people. Like I had so much fun making that, and people really, really liked that. So I was like, well, I should just make more like short films that are like centered around like what I've learned about my life, really.
Yeah. Let's watch like a brief 30 seconds of this.
What do you want to be when you grow up?
Wow, already stimulating. And this is all you?
This is all me, yeah.
Yeah.
I edited the whole
No,
thing.
as in like that Asian kid.
Oh, that was all me as well.
Okay, yeah.
Shout out to my mom. My mom was
Yeah.
the original like videographer in the family.
Already like the first 30 minutes, you've implemented your version of a trailer, right? Like,
Yeah.
it's that hyper...
Like sensationalized.
Yeah,
Yeah.
sensationalized. It's crazy. Like,
Yeah.
and that's your version of like YouTube of a trailer hook or like intro hook, right? Like,
Yeah,
I think
yeah.
a lot of people are conformed already now to like the hyper stimulating Mr. Beast type of content where
Yeah.
like people are shouting in your face trying to sell a product.
Yeah.
But yours is more like, I don't know
This
how to
is more
explain it.
visual, yeah.
Yeah, it's way more visual.
And I think for me it's like it's very important to like make stimulating visuals or that like tells a story, right?
Yeah.
For me, like I use these are all bits and pieces of my life.
Yeah.
I think that, to me that's really really special, right? Because
Yeah.
anyone can go on like stock and like grab a bunch of footage and like make really quick like match cuts these days. But like
Yeah.
all the stuff I make from my YouTube video is like it's just stuff I shot from like my everyday life,
Yeah.
right? So to me it feels like a scrapbook.
Yeah.
It's like a scrapbook of different like memories and thoughts and like different stages of my life.
Yeah.
And like I'm telling a story around that.
Is this you as well?
This is all me, yeah. This is me when I was like 13.
Do you want to continue this route, or are you gonna like and you're gonna develop and change over time? It kind of
Yeah.
seems like you're at a period where you're almost rediscovering your genre like every year or something.
Yeah.
And so, are you gonna stick to this route? Are you gonna go towards the feature film, short film route, or?
No, that's a good question. And okay, I think my goal is like I want to make a short film every year of my 20s.
Wow.
About what I've learned about my life.
Okay.
Right? I think like in that format I've done already.
Yeah.
I want to make one every year.
Wow.
And I think it's like a visual. I think of it as like a visual journal.
Yeah.
It's a visual thought journal where I can experiment visually. I can do it whatever I want.
Yeah.
And I think for me, like when I'm like 30 or 40, when I look back, it's
Yeah.
gonna be very special.
Yeah.
And I can this is like how I live my 20s basically.
Yeah.
That's the goal I want to like when I look back.
Wow. Now that you're making, I guess, more longer videos, what's the difference between the two? What is the major difference between these like shorts you're making
Yeah.
versus the long form?
I feel like the long form stuff is the truest version of me.
Oh.
Right? Like it's like actually me pouring my heart out, like
Yeah.
writing very vulnerable like topics. Like in my last one, I talked about the struggles of being like Asian American in my corporate dreams short film.
Yeah.
In 500 Days, like I talked about how hard it was, like, or I showed the journey of how hard it was to like, get started in the creative world
Yeah.
and like how badly I wanted to make it.
Yeah.
And then on Instagram, I'd say it's more like visual. It's more just strictly visual reflections, right? Here's work that I've done with these artists. Here's work like commercial work that I've done.
Yeah.
So it's more of it's a different reflection.
We can jump into the next topic that I want to talk about is since you're doing like more short films, feature films, you're doing one right now, right?
Yeah,
And
I am.
You're touring it. You're
Yeah.
like at this moment.
Yeah.
I don't know when this is coming out. I could release this next
Yeah.
week or in 2 weeks or a month. But yeah, I guess as of right now, in this present moment filming, you're working on another project that yeah, I don't know if you're allowed to show it. Are you allowed to show it?
Yeah, let's show it. Yeah, and I just realized, I feel like as we're talking about this, like
Yeah.
I am in an era where I say that I'm just floating. Like I'm creatively floating.
You're a cloud.
Yeah, I'm literally a cloud. And I feel like that's kind of been the goal.
Yeah.
The goal is to really not have a goal and let different areas of like the creative world kind of like come to me.
That's so the
Yeah.
goal is not to have a goal.
Yeah.
My brain can't process that right now.
But if you ever wonder what a feature film timeline looks like,
Yeah,
this is what it looks like.
This is what, 2.5?
This is 1.5
Wow.
hours.
1.5.
1.5 hours.
Okay.
So on DaVinci, the timeline starts
At 1.
an hour
Okay.
early. But yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
See, I don't use DaVinci, as you can tell. Wow. Okay. Can we watch like the first 30 seconds?
Yeah.
Okay,
Let's do it. Let's do it.
A third of our lives will be spent working. A third of life. The other third is spent asleep. You're not even awake for 30 years. You know you spend 29 years asleep? You know that? If you get 7 hours of sleep a night and you live till 85, you won't even be conscious for 29 years of it.
Whoa.
It's 90 minutes from my apartment to the office, there and back. My whole working life, I'll spend 2 years sitting in a car.
Where do you get all these stats?
What's your screen time?
I don't know. I don't want to know.
My daily screen time is 4 hours and 30 minutes. I'm going to spend 12 years of my life looking at my phone, and that's a low estimate.
Why are you looking at all this stuff? It's not good for you to know all this stuff.
On my phone for 12 years, in traffic for 2 years, sitting at my desk for 10 years, and sleeping for 29 years. That's 53 years of my life not doing anything. And if I live till 85 minus 53, that's 32. That leaves me just 32 years of conscious, free time. And then that's it. Lights out.
Wow. Pause there.
Yeah.
Hey.
Wow. It's already like so different than what you normally make, right?
Yeah.
But this is what you're currently working on. And yeah, I guess like where was your brain at? It's like did someone approach you and was like, hey, can you do this?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So my friend Baron Ryan and my friends at Creator Camp Studios decided to work on their first feature film earlier this year.
Okay.
Yeah. Our friends at Creator Camp wanted to distribute films outside the traditional Hollywood model. And they made a bet saying that we, as creators on the internet, have just as much power to distribute and get people to watch
100%.
films in the future, right?
Yeah.
As much as Hollywood.
Yeah.
So that was the goal. And we made a feature film in 90 days on a $100,000 budget.
Wow. On a $100,000 budget. That is low.
Yes.
That is very low.
Yes.
I don't know if people know, generally like YouTube has almost like, I think it was like 5 to 10x between that, less budget than like Union and like Hollywood.
Yeah.
And so the fact that you guys did this 90 days, 100K.
Yeah. Yeah, it was crazy. I think we had a crew of like 9 or 10 like main people. My friend Baron, who directed the film, also wrote and acted in the film. And I got brought on later on to edit the project.
Oh. Wow.
Yeah, I got brought on later like during probably like towards the end of principal shooting. Like I got brought on to help to co-edit the project.
Wow.
Yeah.
Can I see the timeline like step out?
This is what it looks like.
Oh my gosh.
I believe there's how many cuts? 700 something total cuts.
Yeah. What process are you at right now? Like, is it finalized? Are you still making reiterations to other versions? I'm sure there's a lot of people involved, right? Like they're watching it.
Yeah.
Where is it at right now?
So we're at picture lock now.
Okay.
So my job is done. My job is done in terms of editing.
Yeah.
But I've spent so when we first made the film in from February to April, we made a version for the festival. Wow. And now September rolls around, we decide that we want to remaster the film. We showed it to 1,200 people during the initial festival run, and then now we are bringing it back for theatrical release.
Yeah. And where was the first? Where was it released with the 1,200 audience?
So Creator Camp through their own film festival called Creator Camp through their own festival called Camp Festival in Austin, Texas, and rented it out the Paramount Theater. They gave funding for 8 films, 7 shorts, and 1 feature.
Nice.
And we screened them all over a weekend to sold out 1,200 people.
Wow, you're creating your own Sundance.
Yeah. Creator Camp made their own Sundance, and I think that's really to me. I think there's a lot of talent on the internet that is just doesn't have the infrastructure for it, right? So I think what they're doing is really awesome, and it gave someone like me an opportunity to work on a feature film.
Yeah. I agree. I think without community, you can't do this all alone, in this industry. And so Creator Camp made this, a big shout out to them. It's they've created this community of people where they can all support each other, not even just by the logistical things, but just by morals and the potential direction of where they're trying to go, and leading them to giving them opportunities to do so much more that they couldn't have done by themselves. So how long did this take you?
Oh man, when we first initially cut it up, it was me and my friend Ethan, who also was the cinematographer of the film. Actually, we finished editing the film within 3 weeks.
Okay, wow.
The full initial 105-minute version of it. We had an initial editor edit the first I'd say a third of the movie.
Yeah.
And then Ethan assembled that and then edited the second third of the movie, and I edited the last third of the movie.
Last third. Wow.
Yeah.
All in 90 days.
Yes, and then we spent the last month, I spent the last month leading the remastering process.
During that time, were you taking other gigs? Were you still working on your own brand? What was happening during that period?
During the initial period.
Yeah, or at least between the 90 days, because I'm sure you were paid for this, but at the same time, it's like you said it was a 100K budget. Like, I'll be honest, that's not a lot. So, what were you doing? Were you doing something on the side still for yourself, like working on your own brand?
Yeah, I feel like I didn't realize how much of a commitment like making a film would be. Like that's really the honest truth.
Yeah.
And yeah, I was like, we all do brand deals and we all do like freelance work on the side, like constantly. But I think even though I was doing that, my heart was like in the film. You know what I'm saying? And I feel like that was the only way like we made it work. To me as an editor, this worked such a different side of my brain than like my work usually does, right? Yeah. People are like, I think people were surprised that I like took this because it's so different than what I usually do. Yeah. At the core of like who I am, I love putting stories together and I love helping people tell their story. And I think this was like a side of my brain that like I really wanted to itch. Yeah. Right? Like taking a story that someone else made and like helping them assemble it. And so it was really, really fun. Working with Baron and the whole crew, like, and putting together their vision.
Is there more to come?
After this one, I will probably take a break from it. Okay. If I'm being completely honest. Yeah.
Maybe like one a year.
Yeah. It's a lot of work, and I feel like if I were to do one, I would probably write it. I think that's the honest truth. Okay. Like I want to focus more on like music and commercial work now that I'm in New York. Yeah. And I think film will come at me at a later time in life.
So basically, there's like two more questions I want to ask you, and one is like, who is someone you would love to work with right now? Just one. You can only name, or sure, name two if you want, but like, there's one person on your mind.
There's this DJ named Pluko. Yeah, I literally went to his show last night. He played a crazy show. He makes very hyper poppy like EDM house music. Okay. And then also, I'd love to work with Effie. I've been listening to Effie's music like heavily for the last few months. Yeah. And I feel like she has like a very like bedroom, grungy, and like very like sensationalized like aesthetic that like I feel like really resonates with me. Yeah. And I feel like her music just like it makes sense in my brain. Like I don't know, like it stimulates the right parts of my brain. Okay.
And you would want to like, I'm assuming direct.
Yeah, I would love to direct a music video. Yeah.
Hey, all right. Well.
Yeah.
Effie and Pluko. Who's an editor right now you would recommend to work with?
Dude, there is actually so many to choose from. Yeah. Pasalu. Search him up.
Pasalu?
Pasalu.jpg. Yeah.
Pasalu. Okay.
Pasalu.jpg.
Nice.
The way like Pavel captures movement is insane. Whoa. The way he captures movement and the way he captures textures is very smooth. And I've never seen someone do it so smoothly. Right.
This is insane.
It's like it feels very like water. It feels like liquid, right? Yeah. Like you know what I'm saying? Like,
yeah,
and I feel like
I don't even know when it's like restarting.
Yeah, whoa. It feels like such a cohesive way to like capture movement.
Yeah. Wow. Okay.
Yeah, and I feel like for me, like I'm always interested in like different ways people can capture movement. Right. Yeah. It's not just about like spamming transitions, but it's about like how you can tell a very interesting like visual story through movement. Okay. And I feel like he's very, very unique. Yeah. He understands perspective super well. Yeah. And like he's one-on-one, I genuinely think.
I mean, there's so much more I can like probably talk about with you, and there's a lot of things I had to hold back because like I'm sure there's a deeper level, but it's just like creator camp, right? Like their story and how you're like attached with them, and other mutuals like Elliot Choi and whatnot, right? Like there's so many things we can probably go on, but I would honestly like wrap it up here. And yeah, you have any advice for future editors that you would say on the top of your head?
I feel like never stop experimenting. I feel like sometimes like when you move up, when you get bigger gigs, I feel like it's easier to get boxed in because like whether the client wants one thing or like other people like expect something out of you. At the end of the day, like you cannot stop experimenting. Yeah, I think it's like experimenting is the truest form of expressing who you are. So don't stop doing that.
Don't stop experimenting. Yeah. Okay. Let's make a shirt out of it. Nice, man. Appreciate it.
Hey man,
Yeah.
thank you for having me on here, man.
Yeah, amazing. Dude,
Yeah.
I just feel like I met a legend. When I was younger, I really wished that I could be an artist, but I didn't have an eye for these things. Some people are just really gifted, but that doesn't mean you can't do it either. All it takes is just daily influence. You know that movie Soul, where the main character thinks his life is to play piano for the most famous jazz musician? The big dreams and ambition doesn't happen overnight. It's all the small things in life that really play a bigger part. In this case, Justin worked every day feeling stuck inside a corporate world. And then one night, he basically realized that this wasn't fulfilling his dream. The small things that happened in his life was that his family has been taking pictures and videos of him ever since he was little. Honestly, that was probably the small things that made him fall in love with the process of filming. Thanks so much, Justin, for sharing your story, and thank you guys for watching this till the end. I hope you guys enjoyed it, and I'll see you guys in the next edit.